Hi again, this is Paul Marsalik with Management Matters. I'm glad that you are here. We're working down to the end of our series on the real cost of turnover. But before I give you the last entry, I want to tell you a story, actually two stories. I have two clients that I had had conversations with, as we frequently do. And one was telling me about turnover and something that they did about it. They had noticed, the HR director had noticed that in some of his hospitals, there was a significant amount of turnover, actually, in one of them, where a lot of the housekeeping staff were being discharged. So when he dug into it further, he found out that they were discharged because they weren't showing up for work on time. And it seemed a little odd, and it seemed to happen all at once. And he did a little bit of research. He actually called some of the people that were let go for attendance, and they said that the reason that they weren't able to show up on work on time is the bus schedule changed. Now, when the bus schedule changed, the bus would drop them off if they caught the bus to be there on time at 10 after 6 in the morning. To get on that bus, they would have to probably get their children up sometime between 3:30 and 4 a.m. to get them where they needed to go, to get ready, get everybody fed, get on the bus, get to work. So to let the kids sleep till any reasonable hour, they were getting off the bus at 7:10. Their shift started at 7 o'clock. They were late. When he found out about this, he actually took some action around it. He said, we're better than that as an organization, and these are the people that need the jobs the most, some of the lowest paid people in the organization. So they did. What they did is they called them back. They apologized. They told them it was a mistake. They shouldn't have probably done it. They gave them another chance, and then they changed their shifts so that they could get off the bus at 7:10 and begin their work at 7:30, and instead of starting their work at 7 o'clock. And most of the people took their jobs back. They were happy to come back. They wanted to go to work at that organization, and that is what I call a real success story around turnover. Now, I have another client that is in a metropolitan area where nobody lives nearby this hospital. It is a downtown metropolitan area, and anybody that gets there has to go a long way. And as we all know, people that work in some of the lower paid roles have to take public transportation or buses, trains, other ways to get to work. And they had told me they had a similar problem, that they were very strict about it. Anybody missing or being late for work 3 times in their first 90 days was automatically discharged. They were informed of that up front. I told this client the story of the other organization and what they had done to solve it, and how they took a very people perspective on this, and they didn't want to hear it. It was, we have a hard and fast rule, that's what we do, that's how it's done. So I want you to contrast these two stories. One organization that really truly cares about the people that work there, especially the people that need the jobs the most. Then another who cares about only the rules. And at the end of the day, I can't tell you which one has better clinical outcomes, or which one has better rated doctors, or better publicly reported scores. But I will tell you that I think that if I wanted to be treated, I would want to be treated at the first one, where people were treated like people, with a heart. So in the next section of Management Matters, we're going to talk about the real cost of turnover and the antidote to turnover. How do you solve it? How do you really solve it? How do you bring people into your organization, keep them there, and make them so delighted with your organization and feel like they belong so much that they want to stay, and they'll work hard to do just that. So tomorrow is our last entry in this series on Management Matters, the real cost of turnover. Have a great night.